Hello. Whoa, yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're not serving up free love. We're serving up cheesy scalloped potatoes and sausage. Today we're cooking up politics in David's kitchen. And hello, hi filibuster. Are you excited, really? Well, you're not going to be excited when you see all the work I have to do. Yeah, that's going to be kind of a bummer. Okay, today's deal involves a $1.99 package of sausage, which you can get on sale. Today I just passed up a package of sausage for $1.99 at my local store because it had fillers in it, cornstarch, and I'm avoiding genetically modified corn, so I said no to that. But this Hillshire Farms has no fillers and no MSG, so I think everybody will like it. Yeah, it's spicy, hot, spicy Italian sausage, smoked sausage. So today we'll be working with that and some cheese. Believe it or not, I got this package for $1. I mean, I'm serious. So we're gonna go with a really good, no antibiotic, no hormone, no cellulose cheese made by Arla. Pretty good product. All right, we're gonna have some of that in there. We're gonna also put some yogurt. The recipe calls for sour cream, but I have some traditional plain yogurt I'm gonna use instead. Probiotics, designed by Greek gods. And a little bit of butter. All right. So what we're gonna do is start the dinner by peeling potatoes. Yeah, the ingredients I just showed you come to about maybe 253. I'm going to show you this. We're going to add a green pepper or a yellow pepper. I've got some organic celery hearts I'm going to add. Some celery, and one organic onion. We're going to actually prepare the onions and peppers first and the celery first. And then we're going to start cooking that with the chopped sausage. But we're going to do a fast boil on the potatoes. So the first order of business is to get water boiling. So I'm going to fill up my water with filtered water. I've got filtered water. Onion is the guest star, yeah. Onion goes in all my dinners. Yummy. Now what I love is to eat potatoes with sausages. I get a really kind of a second boost because one of my comfort foods is potatoes. So I really like the sausage taste too. Yes, and I'm glad the House Democrats have immediately begun multiple Trump investigations. Thank you. Yeah, I picked up a new coffee maker this year. This is one of the presents we got. Sarah got me. Isn't that cool? That's an awesome coffee maker. Mr. Coffee Deluxe with a thermo carafe, 10 cup. I was really pleased with that. Yeah, that's gonna be a really nice addition. All right, I'm gonna get this water boiling. It doesn't have to be more than half full, so I'm just gonna get this in the back burner. I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna take it up to level 6 just to get the boil going. And now I'm going to start the potatoes. Now I got a big sack of potatoes I got for $1.99, 10 pounds, and I'm already using many of these things. All right. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Do you want me to kick on slow chat? Because I will kick on slow chat. Nobody wants slow chat. All right. So what I'll do is get my sink cam going here. I'm going to throw the potatoes in the sink. You want slow chat, really? Well, we're still watching you. We saw you over at the Slander show the other day. Yeah. Well, I got a lot of potatoes that are, you see how they're kind of like getting ready to go. You only need about 8 to 9 potatoes for this. So I'm just going to pull out the worst and set the good ones aside, ones that don't have any growth. But you can see they're kind of ready to go, you know. That's kind of a no growth one. You can just knock the growth off, it won't hurt. I'm going to rinse them off. Now this particular company is pretty cool. For $1.99 I get a bag of non-GMO potatoes. Now believe it or not, you want to look for non-GMO now because they're making potatoes that are genetically modified, which even the designer of this genetically modified potato says he wouldn't eat. Yeah, the creator of the potatoes said don't eat these things. They're not good. They're not tested. They're dangerous. Genetically modified potatoes potentially have a problem. They could change the indictment. Pence might be thrown out too. As you know, I think the Democrats have to look at Pence because Pence hasn't presented any of his emails on his private server. And he's been 2 years now delinquent. Yeah, there's something on those emails that are going to implicate him, I assure you. Okay, your brother was at the Slander Show. Well, we let you in today, so hopefully everything will be cool. All right, so this is the hardest part. I'm going to get right into it and start working while I look at the chat. Now, sometimes they get a little green, but you can peel that green off. And it's important to get that green off because that green's not good for you. That's why I don't recommend eating baked potatoes when they get green. The skins are kind of toxic. So, but the best part about a potato is getting rid of the skin, in my opinion. We're going to have a lot of fun today with a really cool gift that Meow TV gave me. One of the best gifts I've ever gotten, actually. It's pretty impressive. The knife set is from Damascus steel. And it's amazing. I'll show you in a little bit when we get ready to start scalloping these potatoes. Have some fun with it. Yeah, they didn't make a Damascus potato peeler. I didn't see that in the package. So. Yeah. But I was really impressed. And I still have no idea what Meow TV paid for these things. I mean, they're almost irreplaceable. Nobody has them for sale in the world. I'm probably the only guy in the country that has one. Pretty impressive gift. Yeah, but I have to, ultimately use them. If they're not used, what's the point of having them, right? Okay, so we're just going to be doing about 9 potatoes maybe. Yeah, I think the Democrats should investigate Kavanaugh too. Oh, that was unbelievable. The way Mitch McConnell pushed that approval through. In fact, I think the Democrats need to look at impeaching Kavanaugh. They really do. I don't have nutrition info on the dish, but if you Google the title, you'll probably find some menus out there that call for sour cream and lots of butter. I'm going to be using a little less of that. But yeah. So these are cheap potatoes. I'm telling you, you can cook a lot for people with a bag of potatoes. If you don't have a sack of potatoes in your house, you're really not prepared for the apocalypse. That's like the number one thing you should have in case of the, at least a 3-week supply in case your family has to just live out of, boiled potatoes. Or my dad used to eat potatoes raw in the field in North Dakota. He told me that he would just grab the potato. They were so sweet, he'd eat them raw. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, my family came from a farming family. At one point, my great-grandfather owned a large portion of North Dakota. But my family never inherited any of that money. In fact, my great-grandfather was jilted out of every single dollar he ever had. I don't think that the vitamins are necessarily in the skin because, frankly, yeah, CS1177, the skin is a harbinger of pesticides. And it's not exactly the best thing you want to eat. But you can't really make scalloped potatoes by leaving the skin on, in my opinion, unless you're using red bliss potatoes or yellow potatoes. So whenever you're using baking potatoes, you're either baking it or you're peeling it. because you never know what the skin has on it. It may have some layers of toxicity you're not aware of. And like I said, that green area, see that green area? That's not good for you. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah's home. You know, I'm going to use some of these big bakers, get rid of the big ones. All right. Green potatoes are tastiest. I don't think so. You're just saying that to get noticed in the chat room. Now, when you hold a baked potato and you're peeling it, be sure to hold it, you know, keep your fingers away, because it'll peel your fingers right off if you put your fingers down here and then peel your fingers right off. Yeah, go ahead.
Call from.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, can I help you with something? I'm right in the middle of a show. Hello? Wait a second, hang on. I heard your voice over in the slander show. I can't accept this call. Yeah, we have a copy of a show a guy slandered me on, and we actually traced his voice just now to the slander show that happened, which I'll be sending to the authorities, because it had a lot more than just slander. They had all kinds of things that no network should be allowing on the air. Anyway, moving on. I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potatoes. Look at that. And I still have potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna make a scalloped potato dish today.
Okay, is there anything you want me to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna use his knives to cut these potatoes.
Wow.
Yeah, because I want to try those out from a distance. So I'm gonna let these potatoes that got wet just air dry, and they'll be good. And just knock the little the roots off of them, and they'll last another 2 weeks, no problem. As long as the potato's not soft and mushy, it's fine.
You want some of these or no?
Like this is a soft and mushy one right here. See it? Onion rings? Oh no, I'm good. That does seem kind of cool though, to add onion rings as a topper. Yeah, leave it out. Yeah, this is one of these mushy ones. I'm gonna like use it before it's gone. Okay. I'm going to blanch. Normally this takes a baking oven. And what I'm going to do is blanch this. Okay, I'm going for 10 potatoes. I've done it already. I'm going to blanch this and in hot water before I throw it into a mix in the stove, which will then be combined with all the grilled onions and celery and sausage. All right. Okay, we got an early start today, so I think I'm good, time-wise. That's great. Now I've got to take all these peelings and put them in my compost bin later, so I'll do that later. All right. And always have a paper towel handy, and just to wipe your hands. You don't want to use a washcloth or a sponge. They are harbingers of disease. I'm not ignoring your questions, Harriet. What were they? I don't have a link to the slander show. It's been combined. We're already processed. It's already processed. Yeah, I don't think that you'd ever see anything else. Well, the chances are 100%, you know, that I will pursue an investigation. Absolutely. Good question. All right. I'm going to call it the slander show because it's going to be processed as a slander show. It's going to be a hard evidence of this stalking and doxing that's been going on. All right. Let's move the camera. Get those potatoes lined up. There we go. I know what you're thinking. Are you going to get a picture of my feet? No. We don't cater to foot fetish people here. I saw what you're thinking, though. I can see that. All right, let me show you the knife set. This is an amazing knife set. Yeah, let's take a look here. Hang on. This is what Meow TV sent us. I'm working on my robot impersonation. Anyway, this is unbelievable. I mean, you're going to be blown away. You ready? Wow. Or Yarilo. 67 layers of Damascus steel. Damask steel. 67 layers. Da, 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 da. Today we're going to try the big one. I have not used that one yet. You can look at the beautiful texture in just a second. I'll pull it out. And these knives have a little tip on the end. I'm going to pull that off for safety. And I'm going to run some hot water just to make sure that always hold the blade away from you. Yeah. I'm going to put a little hot water in here just to make sure it's, you know, completely clean. I won't. I'm just rinsing off the edge just slightly. Because you never know in a factory what can happen, right? Oh, aren't they gorgeous? Look at the woodwork on this. You can't even see it really properly, but look at that woodwork. Isn't that amazing?
That was gorgeous.
It is.
Very gorgeous.
All right. Let me get to my other camera. Now the potatoes are really the cheapest thing in this meal, so let's see how well this thing slices potatoes, shall we? Wow, I'm not even putting any pressure on it, and they're just slicing right through. Look at that.
Amazing.
Always keep your fingers away from the blade. Always stay focused. Always. That is amazing, Meow TV. Look at that. I have never sliced a potato this easy in my life, ever. Wafer thin. That is phenomenal. Okay, my water is almost ready to put these in, and once that water is up to a boil, all I'm going to do is drop them in all at once and then turn the water off. And when you slice potatoes that thin, a boiling water will make them blanch them right away, and they'll be ready to put in the dish without much of a problem. That is phenomenal. Wow, what a job that does. That is truly amazing. I'm literally not even pressing down. It's just, the knife is just dropping by its own weight almost. Wow, you don't need any type of a julienne device. Yeah, they have no need for that. This is the best knife on earth, it seems. I'll go down the blade to kind of use all the blade fully, but that is just phenomenal. 67 layers of Damascus steel. Wow, the ultimate scalloped potato knife. Look at that. Okay, I have a full roaring boil going, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the potatoes and throw everything in and turn it off. But you can turn your boil off completely. Keep the cover on. Turn the flame off entirely. That is truly one of the most amazing things. Now, if you have about like an hour of time and you want to just sit and watch it cook in the oven, you don't even have to blanch these. You can put them right into the dish with a hot sausage. But because for a limited time, I have the show to do, I'm going to make sure that I have them cooked prior to going into the thing. So I want everything done. I'm going to do 2 potatoes at once here. Very easy. Wow, this is amazing. I have never seen anything cut quite as smooth as these items. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm done. Oh, I have one little teeny potato. Hang on. If you get really good, you could actually use the tip of the blade and make a real quick slice of everything. Okay, so just drop it right in the boiling water. Throw a little salt in too. I'm going to toss a little salt in with it, like right. Now if you want, you can run it at low just to keep it hot while it cools off. Maybe take it up to level 3. Kind of bring it up to like a level, but everything's cut prematurely, sorry. Everything's already done, so. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to turn the burner on the front range. Fit perfectly, wow. While that kind of like simmers on the stove with that hot boil surrounding the potatoes, I'm going to cook it at level 3 now for about 10 minutes. Whoa, yeah. Your account got banned? Oh my goodness, wow. Now you notice I have a constant awareness of where the knife is. Yeah, there's no point at which this knife is unattended. Always be aware of everything that you touch when a knife is that sharp. I know. Everybody's trying to do a cooking show now. I'm the originator, and you can go back to my cooking shows and realize that these cooking shows rock. But anybody who's trying to slander me on a cooking show will be prosecuted. It is a civil crime, slander, but because I'm not known in America, I can still pursue slander charges, even though I'm a worldwide public figure. An American slandered me in America, which is a significant thing. You know, I burned myself about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and this entire thumb was burned. It was like a 3rd degree burn, and now I'm wearing a Band-Aid to cover the nail because my nail literally is going to be coming off. So, yeah, but I'm letting the nail use as a guarantee it doesn't come off, which is good. All right, I'm going to turn this level to 3, and I'm going to add some butter to it in the rear here. Butter into this pan right here. So I'm going to take it and heat up the pan before I put the butter in, and I'm going to put a kind of a wad of butter down, and I'm going to put on the butter some sliced sausages. So what I want to do is slice these sausages, and I want to see how the knife works on that. Yeah. I do everything. I cook and read the chat at the same time, yeah. You found them, wow. Okay, thank you for finding something similar. Sunikos, F5 piece, Damascus, thank you for sharing. All right, I'll make a note of that. No, he is American, and he can reside in the Philippines, but we know he's an American, so we know he can prosecute him. All right, so what I normally do is just rinse out throw some water in the bag, and then rinse it out. Just to take off anything that might be on the outside. All right. We're going to see how this knife works on these sausages. Are you ready? Okay. Now these have to be cut right straight down like that. Wow. Like butter, look at that. It's like butter. About 1/4 inch wide. Boy, this is way better than anything I was doing last week. I had a similar sausage with my Cutco knife. It didn't cut it Although that's one of the sharpest blades, you know, of non-sharpened needs. This is by far the best blade I've ever seen. And just made a absolute difficult job into a really easy job. So ladies, if you're cooking for your family, you need a sharp knife, that's for sure. All right, so we're gonna get the butter in there. Rinse off the blade a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put some butter in the pan. I like this spreadable butter. It has some olive oil in it. Challenge makes it. Really good for putting on toast. A lot better than just, you know, a pat of butter. You don't need a lot for this dinner, just about maybe a tablespoon and a half. If you really want to go hog wild with the butter, you're just adding calories. And what I do sometimes is add a little olive oil. So I'm going to put a little olive oil with the butter on the pan. A couple tablespoons. That stretches it out and also lowers the calories. Because that's the big problem for a lot of people is calories in their food. All right, I'm going to set the sausages aside while that pan heats up. I'm going to prepare a couple of stalks of celery. Olive oil is good for you. That was not 2 drops, it was 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that part because I like celery to have, I keep it, as long as you keep it moist, you can keep it in the refrigerator for, you know, a couple weeks. But I saw something wrong with this celery. And I noticed that some of it's starting to go bad. On the outer side, you see this? See that? So I'm going to take the knife and peel a little of that off. All I really need is one, this is about for, say, tuna fish. So if I'm making tuna fish, that's all I really need. So I'll save that for another meal. All right, this is thoroughly rinsed, but I'll rinse it again. Okay, I'm going to use that knife. Okay, this is ready to throw the sausage in. So I'm just going to throw it right in there. I'm going to cover it up to start cooking the sausage, kind of rendering it down. I'm going to take this knife here and chop off anything that looks a little unnecessary. Some people cook with the leaves. I don't really cook with the leaves much. But if you want to and you want to cook with everything, you certainly can. But let me shave a little of this crap off of the side here. Look at how easy that is. Wow. Now, if this was an infomercial for Ginsu steak knives, you can imagine what this would be. But yeah, that's an amazing knife. You don't even have to put pressure on it. Okay, the beautiful thing about a great knife is you can just stack things together and start chopping. Make sure that heads or anything off the edge is gone, and you're good to go. Always keeping your hand down like this to avoid getting cut. Now, one of the techniques is to put the tip down first and then just use that as a lever when you're cutting. It makes it very easy. Wow, this is one heck of a knife, I'll tell you. I am blown away. I never thought I'd be so impressed with knives. But this is a really amazing knife. All right, that's done. I'm going to throw those celery pieces in there. I'm going to take the temperature up to level 6 in the back, and I'm going to turn the water off on the white potatoes, and just let it sit in this hot boiling water. All right. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to cut the. This could be a green pepper. It doesn't matter what color it is, but. Best way to cut a pepper is to pull out the seed ball in the middle, like I'm doing, Always cutting away from you. There you go. You can plant that if you want. Grow it within your garden. If you have an indoor area to grow in the winter, you can do that. Get them started. Wow, look at that. Look at the way it moves. It's amazing. All right. Okay, I'm going to cut these crosswise now. Make it into about 1/2-inch slices. And I'll throw that in with the peppers. Okay, I turned that water off with the potatoes blanched. Move everything around. I think a spatula would be better than my hand, don't you? Yeah, the thing about these dinners is they are healthy. Guess 763. They're really. You know, I've done pretty much those. Those are blanched. I can start draining the water. I'm going to drain the water. No, I'm going to leave them in for a little longer. You usually tell it takes it doesn't take that long once you slice those thin. But potatoes typically take about 20 minutes to cook with a boil. So when they're thin, they're about 15 minutes, 10 minutes. This meal is prostate friendly, but if I added tomatoes to this, it would be even better. Okay, U.S. government shutdown showing the parks that are in need of park rangers when all they need is really a group of cleanup guys. Now see, this is where I would be hiring my CCC. I'm going to bring back the FDR plan for the Civilian Conservation Corps. And young people will be able to work in parks making $15 an hour to start. And we'll cover your lodging. That's going to be the plan. We want to give you lodging and $15 an hour, and everybody's going to want to get involved with the CCC. We won't need park rangers when I get done. What is GOS? You're talking about GOS. I'm not sure. Well, we didn't sell any parks to China yet. Trump is in the process of selling most of Utah to foreign governments, but he didn't tell you that in his cabinet speech, did he? I don't know what GOS is. If you could tell me, that would be a lot simpler than me looking it up right now. It could mean millions of jobs. It's, AmeriCorps is small by comparison. The CCC was one of the reasons why our country got back on its feet during the New Deal. Yeah, seriously, the Civilian Conservation Corps really helped us. All right. Rosie the Riveter was, part of a whole class of workers that did everything they could to help our country. Okay. The Onan streak. Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but no, I don't take games. No, don't link games here. No, China can't even prove they're going anywhere. There's no proof that China landed on the dark side of the moon. It's all BS. China can lie to their country even worse than we lie to our country. All right. Yeah, that's the reality. Okay, I'm ready to do a few things here. I'm ready to drain the water out of those potatoes. You'll notice I haven't done the onion yet, but I'm going to run a little cold water down here. But if you're on a cold day like I am, I'm just going to run the water in there and see if it'll stay. Yeah, it's going to stay in the sink, so I won't cover the cord, don't worry. Now keep the lid on that. Keep just a little bit of water in there and you're good. That pretty much got the potatoes to the point where they're ready to go into the mix without having to. Yeah, you almost saw my feet there, I see that. Yeah. The worldwide conspiracy about lying about everything that's happening at the government level. Trump got $430 million from his dad. Don't you think that gave him a head start at being successful? Are you retarded? I think you are. I'm going to remove you from the show. I'm being slandered in Russian. Okay, let's take it out. You've been banned. Thank you. Thanks for doing the work on the side on that one. Yeah. Okay, now let's do this onion. So here's my old Cutco knife. You know, it's a great knife. I paid $30 for this, but it's nothing compared to the knife we just got. I mean, my goodness. Yeah, I can still use my method of cutting the onion. Right there. Okay. Take off the base. Peel it back. Preferably not peeling your fingernail off. That would be good. Avoid peeling your fingernail off. You know, I'm letting a little steam out here. I think it's time to mix this up. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut this onion up very fine because what it's going to do essentially is really infuse that onion flavor into the scalloped potatoes without glazing them. Now you can caramelize onions and it's kind of a cool taste. If you cook it longer on the stove, it tastes great. But this is just going to throw this onion in there in all its strength all at once. Okay, I'm going to see how this works. Perfect. Nice tight cuts, cross cuts. A little less than 1/4 of an inch. Right there. Nice tight, shave it almost. Really nice tight little guys, so it really goes in there. Okay. Nice. I'm taking advantage of the sharpness because I'm trying to make sure that it is absolutely the tightest little cuts I can do. Wow, that is amazing. What a nice knife. All right. We'll put this puppy to rest. I'm going to rinse it off. Wipe it down and air dry it before I put it back. I didn't touch the blade with any paper or anything, so I'm just going to let that air dry before I put it back in the box. Thank you very much. All right, let's put this in a hot container. There it is. And just cover it all up with that. The sausages have enough spice in it, but if you want to add something that's really kind of a good dish addition, and you've got some spices that happen to be ideal, rosemary is not a bad choice. Yeah, rosemary is kind of a unique. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. And because I've never really made anything without Italian seasoning, I'm purposely going to put Italian seasoning in this top of this dish, just because I'm going to piss a lot of people off right now. All right, you thought you'd get away with no Italian seasoning? I don't think so. Put about a half a teaspoon in there. All right. That should do it. Yep. You're good to go now. You have everything you need to make a nice meal. And I've got the dish ready to go. I haven't quite mixed everything up. What some people do is they'll put it in a dish like this and then throw it in the oven. Now, this is a Corelware. Very old, from the 70s. They still make these dishes. They're microwave proof and they're also oven proof. So you can put them in big, huge dishes like that and cook them at $3.75 for 45 minutes. Paprika, thank you. All right, paprika will go into this dish. You could put a little Patty LaBelle's, a non-salted taste treat. I bought some of these. These are awesome. Pepper is good, but paprika is a must. I agree. Hello. There it is. Paprika. Okay. I'm going to give this a spin in back here. I'm cooking it at level 6 right now. You can go ahead and add the potatoes to this dish. Okay. You didn't think I'd fit them all in there, did you? I've got a few more in here. Wow. Yeah, that literally cooked them just perfect. They're just perfect. So right now, all the steam from the hot onions and the vegetables, all the steam is going right into the taste of those potatoes. And those herbs are cooking right up into it. I'll add paprika toward the end of the dish. I'm going to have some of these potatoes right now. Yummy. That's very derogatory. You have been removed from the show. Never come back here again. You are obviously racist against white people. How to make hand-forged Damascus steel for knives. Oh, that's how to make it? Really? You'd make your own? Wow.
Welcome to DIYEasyCrafts.com.
Do it yourself. Well, I'll have to play this later tonight. Thanks. Well, that was wonderful. Thank you for everything. Now, everything's cooking in the same pan right now. And the nice thing is the potatoes that are on top are going to go at the bottom here. And then what I'm going to do, and all the juices go down onto the potatoes, and then you mix it all in. And then you add your cheeses and your yogurt. And then you put it on a low flame on the stove until you're ready to eat. And all that cheese just melts all around it. So I'm going to use about probably 5 tablespoons of yogurt, about a quarter, maybe a half a cup. Actually, go with not a quarter cup. We'll go for like quite a bit of yogurt. This is traditional plain yogurt, probiotic from the Greek gods. So how can I be, off there, right? I got this for $1 too, believe it or not. You'd be hard pressed to find this for less than $5. So if you're going for just low cost, go for a non-fat sour cream. Okay, that's cooking like crazy. I'm steaming, and I'm going to drop it down to level 3 because I don't want to burn anything at the bottom. I'm gradating down, and if you are, one of those kind of people that want to use the heat from your stove, you just let that sit on a warm burner, and it'll cook through the meal, and you'll be able to eat it, an hour and a half later with just a warmer at the bottom of it. Great way to avoid having to microwave the meal and cooking it in advance, the way I'm making it. You don't have to cook it in an oven at 375. That's a waste of energy. The way I'm making it actually saves 50% of the energy and cuts calories too. We're not going to use a tremendous amount of that cheddar cheese, just enough to kind of make the cheesy taste. The more cheese, the more calories. So you'll have to make that decision when you get to it. Sarah suggested I put some of these onions in there. I think it'd be great to top it off with this. Fantastic solution. Okay, we're almost ready to kind of check out of here. Oh, I can't go over it for you. No, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I did the best I could. Yeah, I'm so. What the last step is to put the potatoes on top of the sausages, the pepper, the celery, and the onions. Yeah, that's the last step. Now, normally this would require extra salt if the sausages weren't so hot and spicy, but because these are hot and spicy sausages, I'm just going to go with my no salt Patty LaBelle. I'm going to put that on there right now. And I will pepper and paprika a little bit later. But everything's still cooking right now. But I blanched the potato slices, and boy, was that easy to make potato slices today. Fantastic. All right. Kraft Parmesan cheese will work. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can watch the show on YouTube tomorrow, but your dinner won't be done. Uncook the meal for you? I can't do that. Oh, Damascus steel is linked to cancer. Let's take a look. Oh, my goodness. That's a serious case of cancer. Yeah. Thanks, Harriet, for sharing. Wow. No, Damascus steel is not linked to cancer. That was a complete lie. And it was a terrible picture that somebody sent me, which will be etched in my consciousness forever and ever. Yeah. I don't think I should be worrying about it because it's not something I haven't, encountered. Well, we were stalked yesterday or 2 days ago on Skype, and the same picture was on Skype. So. No, I don't believe that uncooking food is possible. I think you're talking about something that's technically impossible. Did you know that Christmas was going to, or that Israel was going to bomb Damascus on Christmas? I didn't know that. Misanthropy? You know something we don't know. No. Is this some sort of a secret hidden message from the Mossad agent here? Good to know. Well, that's the problem. I close my eyes and imagine the face of a guy who's losing all his hair, and that's really disturbing. Yeah. People are telling me the guy's just losing everything. He's got, what is he, like 40 years old? Yeah. I'm frozen. No, I'm kind of winging it. I'm not going to worry about the dress shirt. Thanks, Ghost of Shannon. We are going on right now. Lost the feed. Okay, I will go off on Vaughn and back on. Mark may have gotten very upset at us. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn this off now and let it set. The tackers are coming in force. Check the internet now. I'm having some problems, but check it now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make it the next move. Okay. Okay. Bernie Slanders. Okay, we're going to remove you, Eric W. All right. We'll be back up and running in just a second, folks. Let me refresh right now. I shouldn't have a problem now. We should be good. All right, good. And iVlog's working great, and so is Periscope. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to finish up here. I'm going to put the potatoes down first. Kind of shuffle them in. so it's not all the spices go down at the bottom. Then cover the top with the top like that. Okay. Then take about 5 big things of yogurt and put yogurt in there like this. That's perfect. All right. And take cheese and sprinkle it on top, like so. I'm using about maybe 5 ounces of cheese. Then I'm going to just take it and kind of stab into the dinner, breaking everything apart, poking it and mixing it. Nice. Kind of rotating everything and kind of pushing everything around. It still has the butter and the oils from the original dish. Making sure you break up all the sausages. All right, now, perfect. Nice. Everything's done perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to take paprika and cover it with a bit of paprika. Not too much paprika, just enough to cover it for presentation. And I'm going to grind some pepper on there. And the finishing touches, I'm going to throw some of Sarah's idea on there, some of these onion rings we had from our Thanksgiving bean dish. All right, just cover it right up and let it cook at its own heat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a warmer right here on the stove. I'm going to let that sit there on a warmer, which is great. And it works fantastic. And we're done. Put a little water in your pan so it doesn't dry out, otherwise it's going to be a problem cleaning it out. I only cook with stainless steel, I don't cook with Teflon or the new ceramic that they're using. Okay. We're done. Thank you, and you can always butter to taste at the dinner table. You can always add more cheese if you want more calories. It's all up to you. Flex cooking is available if you want to add to your waistline. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go into the other room. I'll be back in 1 minute to start the show. Thanks for watching, everybody.